Detective Norman, can I join you? Sorry for the delay, but I didn't want anybody seeing me, if you know what I mean.
What can I get you, sir?
Just a coffee.
Coming right up.
It's not my habit to sit with people like you.
Got a business proposition for you, Detective.
I ain't no businessman. And even if I were, I wouldn't be doing business with the likes of you.
I don't usually do business with your kind either. But this is a bit of a strange deal. Good for you and your superiors, and good for me. It concerns a certain kind of trade.
Trade?
Well, let's just say that I hold a high position in a not-so-legal organization. It's just the kind of organization people such as yourself would like to know a lot about. And I, on the other hand, for certain reasons, don't want...
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks. I have my own personal reasons why I don't want to be associated with this organization. It ain't too easy to leave this kind of business, if you know what I mean.
I think I know where you're coming from. You'll get a bullet in your head if you don't disappear quickly, right?
That's not the only reason. Got any kids, Detective? I've got a wife and daughter. I don't want them to have any problems because of me.
Yeah, well, I ain't just gonna hand out protection to any wop crook. You should have thought about them kids before, 'cause I...
Sure. Listen, I don't want something for nothing. So here's the deal. Does the name Salieri mean anything to you?
Salieri? It damn well does. You got something in common with him?
You could say that. I've worked for him for several years. Now he wants to rub me out. If you protect my family and me, I'll tell you everything. Names, dates, accounts, everything. Enough to put him away for life.
I ain't Santa Claus. If I go to the chief with this, I need to know everything you know. And I have to be sure you'll testify in court.
Sure. If you ain't in a hurry, I'll tell you my whole story. And all the deals I've worked on over the years.
Okay. I've got time, and I'm listening.
I used to be a taxi driver. Even though I wasn't making much and I worked from dawn to dusk, I was glad to be working. It was a bad time and some other people were worse off than me. It was that very taxi that drew Salieri's people to me in the first place. One day I was on my break and I was just hanging out. Suddenly I heard a tremendous crash.
Sam! They got me! Damn it!
Climb up and move. There's a taxi. We'll be okay.
It was clear to me that these guys had to get out of there fast, so I thought it was best to cooperate, rather than ending up with a hole in my head.
Move it. Come on.
Where to?
Anywhere! Fast! I hope you're damn fast. Faster than Sam here was.
I burned rubber out of there like a bat out of hell. It didn't matter where, just away from those gentlemen who were chasing my new customers.
Now listen carefully. We gotta shake these clowns behind us. If you don't do it, then we're done for. And that includes you. Step on it, kid.
Move it, or I'll waste you before they...
We're finished!
Step on it, they're still on our tail.
We're finished! Duck! We'll end up a bag full of holes or what?
Great! We made it!
Good work, brother. Now take us to Salieri's bar. I'll show you the way. Where do you think you're going? Aren't we driving around in circles? Where do you think you're going? Finally, we're home. Wait here, friend. Sam will get you a little something from Mr. Salieri. Thanks for your help.
Mr. Salieri would like to thank you as well as myself and Paulie. It's compensation for the damage to your car and your services. It should be enough.
Yes, of course. Thanks. Give my regards to Mr. Salieri.
Mr. Salieri wants you to know that he is very grateful to you. If you ever need anything, you can come back and ask for help, because Mr. Salieri doesn't forget about friends who have helped him out. If you're interested, maybe we could find a job for you here, and it would pay well. We always have positions for guys as good as you.
Okay. I'll think about it. Thanks. Really thanks. I'd better go to fix the car and so on.
All right. I understand. Just think about it. And I hope it's clear that this matter is only between ourselves. You take care, kid.
When I opened the envelope, I almost had a heart attack. There was more than it would cost to do the repairs. But I didn't for a minute think about their offer. I didn't want to join some criminals, even if they had all the money in the world. It's better to be poor and alive than rich and dead, right? I was going to get my cab repaired and try to forget it all as soon as possible. As my mother always said, you can never predict what God has in store for you.
Hey, could you take me to the church downtown, please?
Okay.
take me to the church downtown, please?
Okay, okay.
Okay, drop me off here at the steps. Thanks. Here's the fare.
Are you taken? I need to go to the hospital and you are.
No problem.
Drop me off in front of the entrance. Thanks. Here's the fare.
I'm lucky you're here. I need to get to the theater on Central Island. Take the Giuliano Bridge so that we can get there quickly.
Whatever you want.
Here's the money. Goodbye.
Good day. Could you take me to Hoboken, the Pompeii bar?
Sure thing. Get in.
you go. Keep the change.
I need to get to the department store car lot in Little Italy. Can you take me there?
No problem. Get in.
Go across the Giuliano Bridge and then through the tunnel. It's the shortest way. Ouch! What are you doing?
At least we're okay.
I nearly broke my jaw. You just knocked someone over? Stop. I ain't staying in here another minute.
There you go. Keep the change.
I need to get to the department store car lot in Little Italy. Can you take me there?
No problem. Get in.
Go across the Giuliano Bridge and then through the tunnel. It's the shortest way. said over the Giuliano Bridge. Don't you know which one that is? Shouldn't you slow down a little?
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, okay?
Don't you think you're driving too fast?
Doing what I can to get you there.
Shouldn't you slow down a little?
Don't worry.
Ouch!
I know what I'm doing,
What are you
okay?
doing?
I apologize.
You think I'm paying for a sightseeing tour? You're mistaken. The shortest route is through the tunnel. Don't you think you're driving too fast?
You ain't scared, are you?
This should cover it. Keep the change.
I need a coffee break. I had a cup of coffee and relaxed in the car. While I was waiting to see if I could get another customer, I noticed I wasn't far from Salieri's bar. Jesus.
We got you, you little rat. Mr. Morello's pretty angry with you. We're gonna have to teach you a little lesson so you remember that it ain't right.
Those bastards remembered the license plate of my car and took it on themselves to hunt me down.
Lou here'll fix your face a little. Finish him off. Don't waste any more time on him.
It was clear to me that I had to get out of there fast. I couldn't handle that animal on my own. I said to myself that now was probably the right moment for Mr. Salieri to show his gratitude. Salieri's bar was just down the street, and the sight of it was certainly a lot nicer than a baseball bat to my head.
Blow his head off.
I said 3 o'clock in the passageway.
Those punks broke the window when I went to complain at their home. That trumps that our boys never do such a thing.
He said he'd finally have all the things we needed.
Stop, you bastard! Leave it alone.
Where is he? He said to meet him at 3 in the passageway.
Got a handful of nothing, and I watch it like a hawk. Well, I'm doing okay. I'm living in the rain. Help! Help! And I watch it like a hawk.
Salieri's boys saved my skin that time, but I certainly wasn't in a good situation. I had paid off my debts for the car repairs, but my boss didn't want to employ anyone who's in the mob. It just wasn't good business. When I saw the fancy get-up of Salieri's boys, I thought that it can't be too bad to work for him. Besides, I had nothing to lose. Morello was out to get me, so driving a cab wasn't the best job. Plus, the prospect of Salieri's dough wasn't so terrible. So like I always say, better to die young and loaded.
Well, it looks like Morello is really trying to make me mad. But I'm a reasonable person. What do they call you, son?
Thomas Angelo.
I've decided to give you a shot, Tommy. I like new faces. We're one big family here. You already know Paulie and Sam. Frank here is my right hand and looks after the legal side of our business. The one behind the bar is Luigi. This business ain't easy to swallow, but Luigi's a wonderful cook. Paul will introduce you to Vincenzo and Ralph. There are a lot of us, but those should be enough for now. Now listen, and listen good. We have some rules around here. Don't cross paths with the cops. They're on our payroll, so they'll leave you alone. But if you go too far, they'll all come after you. Money or no money. If they ever pick you up, say nothing, and I will take care of you. I show my gratitude to those people that helped me, and there aren't many left who betrayed me. Capiche?
Yes, Mr. Salieri.
I'm glad. Today I'll give you a chance to get back at those bastards who wrecked your taxi. We'll see what you're made of. Morello has a bar where all his gorillas go. They all have their cars parked behind the fence next to the bar. If you're good, they won't be there tomorrow morning. Paulie'll go with you just in case. Go see Vincenzo for equipment and Ralph for some wheels.
I wouldn't trust him so much. He seemed hesitant. He's just accepting now because he has no choice.
We'll see, Frank. We'll see. I'm more concerned about what Morello's problem is. Does he really want to start a war?
Vincenzo's the Don's gun expert. They've known each other since they were kids. Can get you whatever you want. Tommy guns to cannons. Then he can set you up. I always pay him a visit before a job. Buongiorno, Vincenzo.
Ciao, Paulie.
This here's Tom. Just started up with us.
Pleased to meet you, Tom. What can I do for the both of you?
We got a job to do. We need something to write off a few cars.
This classic piece of sports equipment should do the job, and if not, I've mixed up a few cocktails. Careful with them, though.
Thanks a lot, Vincenzo.
Bring back the bat. It's my nephew's.
Sure thing. Ralph will introduce you to is a complete idiot, but he's got a special way with cars. I don't get how such a moron could know anything about anything. But that's the way it goes sometimes.
Visit. How you all doing, Paulie?
Hey, Ralphie.
Yeah, I see you're still limping, so we got two cripples working here.
That's right, but I ain't a fool. Ralph, this is Tom. If you bring him a stolen car, Tommy, I'll make it your own, and no one will know the difference. Ralph, Tom and me have a job to do. You're supposed to have some wheels for us?
Right. Here it is. It ain't no hot rod, but it should really do for you.
Thanks, Ralphie. Let's go. quietly so you don't arouse any attention. Smash the cars up with the bat and save the fireworks for last. Could be something nice in that shit. Take a look. Good luck, buddy. Okay, we're here. Don't go through the front. Find another way. Pick up the guy quietly so you don't arouse any attention. Smash the cars up with the bat and save the fireworks for last. Could be something nice in that shit. Take a look. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks. I'll be back in a little while.
So we're back, boss.
Wonderful. Take a seat. It all went well?
Sure, boss, he's a natural. Before they could say cannolis, they were wheelers. And before they could recover, we were gone. Morello's probably pretty pissed right now.
Really? I'm glad to hear it.
He's one tough customer.
In that case, welcome to the family, Tommy. You've passed the first test.
It's an honor, sir.
And now we've got a new member.
I like to take him into the outfit, boss. You can see he ain't scared, and he's done real good.
You didn't disappoint me, Tommy. Now, let's drink.
Thanks.
Today we're gonna visit a few places to collect some protection money. 2 restaurants and a motel outside of town. Bill at the motel was late last time because he had a few problems. So today, he'll pay a little more.
You may have heard about how criminals can prey on businesses using various threats. That certainly isn't the case with us. People who pay us receive services, which the police certainly can't provide them with. Last month, for example, Sam and Paulie here solved a serious problem with violence in a delightful restaurant. The owner is now satisfied that nothing of that sort will happen there again.
You'll do the driving. Paulie and Sam will do the collecting. It'll be routine. Tell Ralph to give you a car, and you can go.
Okay, boss.
Well, you and I'll have a drink. What do you say, Frank?
Hey, Vincenzo. I need some kind of gun.
Hey, Tom, I think this'll do the trick.
It should work. I wasn't planning on using it anyway. Thanks.
Tom, I got a lot of work here. We'll talk later. Tom, I got a lot of work here. We'll talk later.
Hey, Ralphie. Me and the boys have got a job to do and I need some wheels.
And, hey, Tommy, I got this here, baby. It has about 40 horsepower and goes almost 60 miles an hour. Ain't nothing swanky, but it's a good enough drive. You get into it easy. You just take this little baby and stick it in here. Pry it a little, and when it clicks, you got it. It's a piece of cake.
Thanks, Ralphie.
Wait for us here, Tom. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
Let's go. Bastards! Tom, I took one! It hurts!
Jesus Christ, Paulie!
Tell Salieri from here on out this place is ours. Capiche? Don't come back here, you'll end up in worse shape than your friends.
Get Sam! They want to beat some information out of him. Get him out of there!
But I gotta get you to a doctor.
That'll wait. First, get Sam.
Screw regular routine.
Die, bastard!
Get up, Sam. It's over. He really went to work on you, buddy. Let's go. It's nothing. You'll be all right. The doctor will put you back together again. You're tough as nails. Oh, shit! That's it. I'll get you back in the car. Everything will be okay.
Don't move, scumbag, or I'll fill you with holes. Come on, just try it. You won't get past me.
Sure thing, buddy. Just stay cool. Everything's okay. Just go. No problem.
Just try it.
No. God. Go. Get him.
That's how I got into it. 1 minute a regular cabbie, the next a respected mafioso.
You were all right with killing people? Usually people have a problem with that.
You know, I ain't one of those people with a thirst for blood. I don't need violence in my life, and I don't look for trouble, but I also don't have any remorse. They wanted to outsmart us, so we had to outsmart them. No excuses. It was all the same to me. I wasn't interested in the fates of other people. Everybody said it was just business, and that the family sticks together. It was different from living alone and nobody giving a damn about you. Suddenly you're respected by all the people you meet. Everybody knows you can help them, but you can also destroy their lives. And everybody tries to ingratiate themselves to you.
And what about the police? You just walked away, just like that, from a massacre. Didn't you have any problem with this?
You work for the police. You ought to know. You know, the Mafia runs the whole city. The Salieri family makes over $25 million every year. The papers were full of it. But nobody saw nothing. If they wanted to stay alive. We paid off the bureaucrats $6,000 a month. Your bosses had liquor at trade price and got payouts for special jobs from both Salieri and Morello. Case closed, lack of evidence. Cops would even move shipments of drink for us. I guess you'd have heard something about that.
So what about your two friends?
Well, they were better off than you'd think. Salieri had a good doc for his boys, and it's not like he ever asked any questions. In a few weeks, they'd be healthy and back on the streets again. The only one who worried us was Morello. He wanted to be the big cheese, which Salieri couldn't let him do. Salieri had no intention of being in second place. You know, a person becomes a Don because of his thirst for power, and he doesn't care about any other rules than his own. That's how it is, Detective. So he'd be his own boss, independent of the police, of the state, of anyone. That's why a person becomes a Don. Salieri and Morello both wanted it all. They kept sparring with each other, but they both knew that if it all blew up, it would be hell. The big difference between them was in their methods. I heard a little story about Morello.
I'm sorry, sir.
You
I
idiot!
mean it.
Do you know what you've done? Do you know how much that car cost?
I was driving slowly, Mr. Morello. I don't know how,
Do you mean to say that I crashed into your car?
No. Sir, I wanted, no, sir,
No! Faster! Get in my way!
Salieri built his respect as a businessman. Everybody knew that they didn't need to fear him if they did what they should. They knew that if they needed something, they could come to Mr. Salieri. So Salieri made friends, often helped people with various problems, and expected the same in return. When somebody crossed him, they broke a cardinal rule, and everybody knew what would happen. Morello was just a mean bastard. He built his power through violence. Even his friends feared him. Most people just tried to avoid him.
Listen, Tommy, I have a delicate job for you. I don't know anyone else who could do it better than you. You're a good driver, and you have experience. Well, to make it simple, tomorrow all the best motors are going to race at the city track. And I bet on one kid who's been a favorite up until now. I helped him along in his career a little. I like fast cars, and I said to myself that I could make back a little on that investment. You understand? And then Ralphie starts saying that some European has come over, and his car is certain to win. Ralphie knows cars. He's real good with them. But otherwise he's a complete moron. What, he couldn't have told me before I bet on the kid?
But still, what the hell is a guy, God knows from where, doing here? These are American races.
Me and the consigliere here were thinking about what to do, because a lot of our boys have bet the same as me, and they certainly wouldn't be happy if they lost their dough. And how would that make me look? Like an old idiot. Tommy, I can't let that happen.
We thought with our consigliere about what to do with it. If something happens to him, that's no way. It won't be fair play. I won't enjoy my winning at all.
Ralph told me that he knows a guy who guards the racetrack garage. Tonight, you're gonna go there and take this European's car to a mechanic who knows his way around these machines. He'll take a look at theirs and maybe improve ours. As soon as he's finished working on it, you'll take it back. It's important that the car is back in its place before anybody catches on. And don't even think about crashing it or getting caught by the cops. Are we clear?
Yes, boss.
If you pull it off, you'll of course get a share of the winnings. Now go. Ralph will tell you where and how.
Hey, Ralphie, you got some news about this job?
Sure, Tommy. You need to go to the city racetrack and borrow that motor there. My friend Bobby works there. You go around back there and along the way is the gatehouse. Tell Bobby that Ralph sent you and Bobby will take you to the car. It's already been agreed with him.
And then?
You just have to take it to the auto service of my friend Luca Bertoni. It's in Newark under the Giuliani Bridge. He'll take a look at it and tune it a little. And then you just take it back.
This should be easy enough.
But you gotta get it done before 1:15 a.m. when the guard changes, so that nobody knows that somebody drove the motor in the night. There can't even be a scratch on it, and try to avoid the cops. They mustn't catch you.
And how'll I get there? I've never seen this lock before. I don't think I can get in.
Well, I got something new in. Ain't no big thing to swipe one. Watch. You just stick a piece of wire in here and twist it a little, and you get inside where you gotta join these two wires.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Thanks, Ralphie.
Now don't you go sparing the gas, Tom.
Evening. You must be Ralph's friend.
That's right.
Okay, we'll take your car. Go in and over to the garage. Okay, we're here, buddy. Come on, we haven't got a lot of time.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, buddy, be real careful. There can't even be a scratch on it. And avoid the cops like the devil, because this car will be real obvious.
That's right.
In about half an hour, the second guard will come. So you gotta be back by then, buddy. And be real careful, that car goes fast. Maybe it's the fastest car in the world, who knows?
Sure, Bobby, no problem. I'll take care of it in a half hour.
Hey there, you're from Mr. Salieri, right? I'm Lucas Bertoni.
Hi, I'm Tom. They say you can take the bite out of this monster.
I reckon so.
Well, you'd better get moving. We only have 27 minutes left.
That ain't much time. We'll see what could be done. You can hang out a while.
Hey, how's it going in there?
Just finished. You can go. But you're gonna have to hurry. It ain't gonna run as well as when you first brought it in.
Thanks. Mr. Salieri appreciates your work.
Sure, give my regards to him. If he ever needs anything again, I'd be glad to help out. I bet on the same driver as him.
So you pulled it off, buddy. And the car isn't even scratched.
Thanks, Bobby. It really was the fastest car in the world.
Sure is. We're lucky you managed it. I bet on the Don's car, too.
It seems everybody did.
I bet on it. So did almost everybody in my neighborhood.
I figure the driver's pretty important, too.
Sure. Well, I won't keep you. Good night.
Take care, Bobby. Thanks for the help. Hey, Luigi.
Hey, Tommy.
Where is everybody?
They're all at the track. You're late.
I needed to get a little sleep after last night's job.
Sure. Hello? Yes? Sorry, just got in. Sure. That's for you, Tom.
Hello?
Frank here. Tom? You did well yesterday, but now we need your help again. Come over to the racing track right away. That guy who was supposed to win the race got his arm broken by some thug. Probably no coincidence. Anyway, you're gonna have to race.
But, Frank,
Tom, it's a half an hour before the race. So I don't have time to teach someone else how to drive. Christ, Tom, this concerns a big bag of money. I hope you understand that.
Yeah, okay. Frank...
So I expect to see you here at the track in a few minutes.
You don't look too excited.
That's because I ain't.
Hey, Tommy, I knew we could count on you.
You really want me to do this? I've never raced before.
Okay, I know it won't be easy, but we don't have a choice. If you can do it, we won't lose out.
Do I look like I can do this? I don't even know the rules.
Look, it's a cakewalk. You go 5 laps and you need to come in first for us to win. If you come in second, the dough's lost. But since we tuned that clown's car a little, everything should go smoothly. Also, at those speeds, it's quite normal for someone to bang into you. So watch out for those other bastards. Good luck, Tom. I know you can do it.
Well, I don't believe it.
Tom, half the neighborhood and all our boys bet on the Don's boy. Do you know what it would mean if you lost? The Don would lose. You would lose all the respect which we busted our asses to build up. People give us their trust as well as their dough. Do you understand what's at stake?
Yeah, I got it, Frank. I understand.
Take it easy, son. Show them what you're made of.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Tommy. You're really one of us now. A lot of people made a lot of money on that race, Tommy. And you get all the credit. So you won't come out short. You should stop by and see Lucas Bertoni. He also bet and won a pile of money. So he wants to repay you, too. Somehow.
Okay, I will.
Congratulations, you big
Thanks.
hero.
Hello, is there anyone home?
Hey, Tommy, right here. Hey, Tom, congratulations on winning, huh? Oh, you did great. I didn't really think you'd do it at first, but when you got going, I knew how it would end, yeah. Thanks to you, I won a big bag of money, and just so you know I'm not ungrateful, I'll teach you a few tricks. You see that, Butte? Well, now I can't give it to you, but I can show you how to lift one and where. Watch how easy it is to get into this baby. There you go. Piece of cake.
Okay. I figure I can manage that.
There's another one that belongs to a loaded official down at City Hall. During the day, it sits in a car lot behind a municipal building on Central Island.
I think I might go and check if it's, parked correctly.
When you get tired of that, stop back here. I always have something new.
Thanks, Lucas. I'll come by sometime after work. I'll be seeing you. Sorry, officer. It won't happen again.
I hope it won't happen again.
So I made a few new friends and got my first luxury car. It didn't seem so bad being a gangster. One evening, after a slow day, I was sitting alone at Salieri's and just drinking. Luigi came over to me and asked me if I wouldn't do him a favor.
Hey, Tommy. You know my daughter, right?
Yeah, Luigi. Nice girl. You must be proud.
Thanks, Tommy. She sometimes helps out here behind the bar. Thing is, I don't want her to walk home alone tonight. Only yesterday some stupid punks gave us some problems. You know, with all that dirty talk and all that. You know, I am worried about the girl. So I thought that maybe you could see her home. It's not far away. You're a gentleman and you have a lot of respect in this neighborhood. Those punks wouldn't try anything with you around.
No problem, Luigi. It'll be a walk in the park.
Oh, Tom, you cannot imagine how grateful I am. Damn, I was worried. No one knows who these guys are. Come in for lunch tomorrow and I'll do something special. Sarah, come over here. Sarah, this is Tommy. He'll take you home and make sure those punks don't bother you anymore.
Hello.
Hello, thanks a lot. It won't take you long. I don't live very far from here. Let me get my coat and then we can go.
Okay, I'll wait for you outside.
It's really nice of you to be doing this. Those clowns were really strange. I was really nervous.
No problem. Paulie and I'll deal with those troublemakers later.
So you also work for Mr. Salieri, don't you? He's a nice man. He's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I work for him sometimes. But we usually ain't laughing and having fun.
So what do you actually do?
I usually just chauffeur the Don around. Even though he occasionally surprises me. Like when he wanted me to drive in the race.
Yeah, I saw that. You drove really well.
I was just real lucky.
You're so modest. It had to be more than luck to beat those guys.
Well, I used to drive a taxi. And the only real racing I've ever done was the night before.
There you go. You see, you got talent.
You might be right. Anyway, it wasn't too pretty. I don't like being in the spotlight.
Hey, looky here. Who's the cute pair?
There they are.
What's up? You were alone last night, darling, and tonight you have a boyfriend.
Boys, I think it would be better if you just go away and not make any problems.
I think the only one here with a problem is you, Chief.
If I were in your shoes, I'd leave right now. You never know what might happen.
We'll see, lover boy.
Help! Help! We're being attacked! Help us, somebody!
I smell blood.
I'll beat the living daylight out of you.
Come here, we have a problem. Come over here. He's here.
Ow!
Out! Out!
Everybody!
Out! Come here, we have a problem.
I'll kill you!
Out!
Come here, I've got him!
Help us, somebody, please!
Out! Out! Come here, we have a problem.
We're being attacked! Help! Help! We're being attacked!
Nice dress.
Not some bustler.
You have a piece of slut.
Call the police! Help!
Out!
Oh! God! So here you are.
Everybody here now.
Oh, thank you. If you hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened.
That's okay, Sarah. Anytime.
I was really scared, Tom. Are you okay? Come on, we're almost home. I'll take a look at you there.
I'm too young to die. No! No! Oh, God! We're all gonna die! Ah!
I live alone right next door to Pop. My mother left us not long after I was born. So, you work with Paulie too? He's really funny.
Yeah, he's real funny. I always say that he could have been an actor.
Sometimes he acts real strange. It's really creepy. I don't know how a person can change mood so suddenly. He must have been through a lot in his life.
Yeah, he's been around the block a few times. He grew up on the streets and everything rubbed off on him. Maybe that's why he behaves kind of rough to strangers. He's real grateful to Don Salieri. Who knows what would have happened if he hadn't taken him under his wing.
Yeah, Mr. Salieri even helped out my dad a lot. He's almost like a grandfather to me.
Yeah, Don Salieri's a good guy.
So here you are.
Okay, here we are. Come inside. So, this is my kingdom. Come in and take a load off. I'll have a look at your wounds.
This is quite a kingdom.
Roll up your sleeves, sir. Help is at hand. Well, let's have a look. Doesn't look too serious.
Yeah, that's true. They looked a lot worse than they are.
Hold on a second. I'll clean it. There you go. It didn't even hurt.
Thank you.
It's me who should be thanking you. Would you care for a drink, Tom?
Well, I could use a little whiskey, if you got it.
Sure thing.
This evening's getting interesting.
Here you go, hero. So, do you swing?
What?
Do you like dancing, music? I have a gramophone.
Yeah, I like music.
Are Salieri's men tough with everyone?
We try to be gentle with people sometimes.
Some of you, maybe.
But only a few.
And are you one of Salieri's tough guys?
Only sometimes.
Well, I think you're a very good bad man.
Oh, sometimes I'm even a very bad good man. Sarah was an angel. I had a lot of girls before that, but that was something different. Very different. It was clear to me that if I was going to spend the rest of my life with someone, it would be with her. The very next day I told Salieri what happened with the punks. The gang of hoodlums had set up residence in his territory, causing trouble and scaring good people. Don Salieri was not pleased.
What? In my territory? The nerve. And on top of that, they attacked defenseless women. Did anything happen to Sarah, Tommy?
No, boss. She's okay. I took care of it.
Good. Why the hell didn't Luigi say something? We could have taken care of this immediately. I won't stand for those chicken shits attacking people in my territory. Who do they think they are? They pay me for protection, so we've got to get these punks and put them where they belong.
Me and Tom will fix it. Do those bastards think this is freaking Luna Park or something? I'll rip them apart with my own hands.
Paulie, take it easy. Nobody's killing anybody, get it? I want you to teach them a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies and leave them laying in a pool of their own blood. Make sure those bastards need wheelchairs. Little kids will laugh at their busted faces. Let everybody see what happens when somebody trashes my territory.
Sounds interesting, boss.
That ain't a bad idea at all.
We'll need to find out where they're located. Big Biff might know something. He's always standing around in Chinatown. Go find him and ask him.
No problem, boss.
Salute, boys. So, what'll it be today?
We gotta give a few clowns a good beating, Vinny.
The best bet will be these superb bats. This one here is autographed by one of the MVPs of the league.
Wow, I can't believe it. Is this really his?
Well, to tell you the truth, it ain't. But if you're smashing someone in the face with it, they certainly won't question you.
We'll need some heaters, too. You never know.
My words exactly. I've got these Colt 1911s. Great automatics.
Thanks, Vinny.
What do you need?
partners? How's
Hey there, you
tricks?
fat bastard. We need a little piece of information.
What's going on?
A gang of jokers have set themselves up in our territory, and they're giving people a bad time. They messed with Luigi's daughter, and if it wasn't for Tom here, who knows what they would have done to her. We need to know where they meet, so we can deliver them a message from Don Salieri.
You came to the right place, Paulie. I know what's going on. A few people have already had problems with them, and they told me meet at the old service station near the Terranova Bridge. It's a little ways from here. You can get there through a sort of side door across the yard. Send them my regards, Paulie.
Thanks, Biff. I owe you one. We gotta go.
Sure. Take it easy, boys.
I think this is the place. Let's do it. And remember, Tom, no shooting. Hey, pal. Don Salieri sends his regards.
Go ahead. I'd really love to hear it.
Now we'll fight like men. Everybody here.
Die now! There, I've got him!
Everybody,
Here, now!
I'll break your face.
Coming! I'll kill you! Where are you? You showed up. Finally, someone's dealing with those bastards. The cops didn't lift a finger because one of those punks is supposed to be the son of someone down in
dropped in for a tuning.
Tom, these bosses have heaters. Get the baseball bats. It's like that. Oh!
What are you trying to pull here?
I'm trying to kick your ass out of this part of town.
You guys are Mafia, Johnny. Let's hit the road.
Oh, shit. Quick, get to the car. We gotta get him. Hey, wait for me. Go and nail him! You can't feel sorry for these animals. He'd shoot you in the back the first opportunity he gets.
I thought about what my mother or Sarah would do if they saw me there.
This one's finished. One less to worry about. Why are you standing there with that look on your face? Remember? Those guys wanted to do your girl yesterday. You better get used to it.
I got used to it.
Your last mission didn't exactly work out, Tom. Your killing everybody means a lot of problems for us.
They tried to rape Sarah. The cops ought to thank me.
I know, but the one you let get away will make trouble.
What? We didn't let anybody get away. They're all dead.
One lived. They pulled him out of the car wreck.
Shit.
The one you killed was the son of a city councilor, the mayor's friend, and Morello's accomplice. And the one who lived will go crying to the councilor. Daddy didn't exactly love his son. But in these cases, a person can remember a lot of good things. By the way, his funeral's today.
Pity I can't make it.
You're lucky that second one didn't know who you were and couldn't give you up. But that's not why I sent for you. Tom, I have quite a delicate job for you today. Come on, let's get in the car. of the businesses which the Don has invested a lot of money in has suddenly decided to forget his obligation, and he has taken up with Mr. Morello. It seems that Morello is trying to test our limits. We're not going to play his game.
So what's going down?
We're going to blow the place up.
What? What kind of joint is it?
A hotel. That is, it's a brothel, Tom. But no regular house. It's a place for classy society types.
And I have to knock them all off?
Of course not. We'll just liquidate the owner and blow up his office. That should be enough of a warning for the others.
We means me, right, Frank? I take out the owner and I blow up the hotel.
Exactly. And there's one more thing. One of their girls is passing information about our activities to Morello. We'll need her eliminated too.
Frank, I have to kill a woman?
Worse luck, huh? Here's a photo of her.
She's cute. And she looks familiar. Are you certain this is her?
Unfortunately, yes. Her big mouth has lost us a pile of money and some of our people.
Why don't Paulie or Sam do it?
We know the place in and out. They'd be dead before they can get it together.
So what's the plan?
It's downtown, the Corleone Hotel. Find the boss and shoot him. You can do it in public. It'll be a warning. Then take care of the girl. The owner's office is on the top floor. Grab any documents and money you find there and then set up the explosives. You won't have time for much else.
This won't be no picnic.
I know. But if we don't take care of this now, we are next in line.
Maybe you're right.
The weapon and explosives are here in the car. Tom, good luck.
Good old machine. I used to do my cabbing in one. I can get in without a key.
You want a good time, sweetie?
Afternoon. Where would I find the manager, please?
He's in the hotel restaurant having lunch, sir. It's just through those doors. He's the man in the white suit.
Much obliged. This is the way everybody ends up when they sell out to Morello.
What do you mean? What's your business here? Help!
something. I forgot something.
No, please, spare me. No, please, spare me.
No, for the love of God, don't do it.
please, spare me.
Michelle?
What are you doing? What's going on? What are you going to do? What do you want from me?
I'm sorry, Michelle, but I heard that a bunch of people got knocked off because of your talk, and someone lost a lot of dough. You're dangerous to us.
It isn't true. It couldn't be true. Tom, wait! I didn't know I'd hurt anyone. I wanted to help my brother and...
I knew it. This could only happen to me, a total screw-up. I can't just kill a young girl. A young naive fool who wanted to help her own brother? Probably a real bastard. On the other hand, is it worth getting killed over it? Get dressed and get out.
Thank you.
This place is gonna blow in a little while. I don't want to see you in this town again. Nobody can see you here anymore.
Thank you so very much.
In this town, you're dead. Go away and never show your face here again. Get it?
I promise. You will never hear about me again.
No, please, spare me.
Just regular work.
That must hurt. Where did you go?
and was taken from us unexpectedly. The Lord awaits his flock with opened arms, and those such as Billy are awaited in the heavenly realm. Billy was a good son, brother, and friend. We will all remember him in that light and pray for his salvation, since he did so much good. And now Billy's friend, who was with him during the last moments of his short life on this earth, would like to say a few words. Come, my son.
Thank you, Father. You know, I wanted to pay my respects to Bill today and to tell him that I considered him as my own brother, that his death was a great loss for me.
Huh?
I was present at his death. And
how?
That's the one! And that's the bastard who killed Billy! Get him! Go!
See you in hell.
Don't move!
Get down, Vada. Hey, you come down.
Please let me live.
Come on.
Leave me alone.
Get down. You hear me? You got plenty of time.
Please have mercy. Don't kill me. Leave me alone.
Come on down, you big arrow. Show us what you're made of.
I have a wife and children. Don't do it. Don't.
Let your pants.
Have mercy. Don't kill me. Please have mercy. Don't do it.
Come over here.
Please have mercy. Don't kill me. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me. Please live. Spare me. Please let me live. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me. Do it. I have a wife and child. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me. No, please spare me. Please let me live. No, have mercy, don't kill me. Don't do it. Don't I have a wife and children, don't do it. Don't kill me. Please let me live. Have mercy. I have a wife and children. Don't do it. Please let me live. Please let me live. No, please spare me. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me. Leave me alone. Please spare me. No, please have mercy. Don't kill me.
Oh, it is only I. My son, don't shoot. I am unarmed. What have you done, my son? Such suffering for nothing. God is forgiving, but this is terrible. Don't you know murder is the greatest sin?
I know, Father. But somehow everything got fouled up. I made a mistake somewhere.
So many people have died without reason. They could have done much more with their lives.
Father, these people were criminals, cheats, murderers. The one lying in the front wanted to rape my girl. Maybe God wanted it this way. A lot of people will have an easier life because of this.
Yes, the Lord works in mysterious ways. But what about you? You can look yourself in the face? Your hands are stained with blood that you'll never wash off.
I know that, Father.
Look around you. Such a waste. We'll have to consecrate the church again. Everything is shot up. I can't let my parishioners in here. What am I going to do?
Maybe this'll help? Pray for my soul, Father. I'll need it.
I will, my son. I certainly will.
By the way, Father, your little speech about Billy, I'm wondering about your conscience. Billy wasn't such a good person, and he didn't do good when he was alive.
You must be joking, right? How could you get through this?
Now it was really bad. Billy's pop, the councilman, wasn't very happy with us. And he was in bed with Morello's. Without the Mafia's help, he wouldn't have got his seat. He also started to mobilize the police. So we now had both the mob and the police against us.
Oh, come on.
Hey, both sides benefited from it. The police could look good in the fight against crime, and at the same time get fat payoffs from Morello, who they left alone. And with the help of the police, Morello could eliminate his greatest competitor. An ideal situation. And things were going bad for us. Salieri lost a bundle, and I wasn't doing too good after all that killing. It started to seem that there was no point to anything, that I should enjoy everything as much as possible and quickly, while I still had the chance, when it's so easy to lose your life. Maybe that's why Paulie and me started drinking.
You weren't falling apart, maybe.
My life was just a trail of murders, crimes, and alcohol. If Frank hadn't helped me out, I would have ended up worse. It was weird, but suddenly he came to me and wanted to help.
Could you give me a ride home, Tommy?
Sure, Frank, get in.
So how's life, Tommy?
Yeah, going okay. Nothing.
I heard you and Paulie are living it up. You two are getting pretty well known around town.
Just something to do with the money.
If you don't want to end up a wreck, Tom, find some meaning in your life.
What? You want to preach to me about a sense of life?
I've seen a few good guys who couldn't deal with their problems, and they end up real bad. Usually somebody knocks you off for your money, or maybe you go nuts and all your buddies and pretty dames disappear. Anyway, the Don doesn't want drunks with trembling hands working for him. Those kind of people just bring problems. If you don't watch out, the next thing you know, your best friend kills you without blinking an eye.
What should I do then?
Come on, be yourself. Maybe invest the dough in some kind of investment. I could give you a few tips. Give up the party and go to the races with the Don on Sundays. Try taking a dame to the theater or at least the movies. There's a lot of things you can do.
And who should I take, Frank? A decent girl doesn't want to kill her.
You know, a policeman will murder to uphold the law. You enforce our laws. It's the same thing, we're just on the other side of the fence. You're not a murderer, Tom. But still, your wife mustn't interfere with your business. Remember, never take the job home, it just brings trouble.
And where would I find a woman for me, Frank?
I thought that you had something with Luigi's daughter, Sarah. I think she's a wonderful girl. But you alone know best how far it'll go with her.
I'm not going to endanger somebody like Sarah, Frank. One day, Frank asked me to stop by the bar. He said he had a little job for me, so of course I showed up.
Tom, we got 2 trucks full of the best liquor coming in from Canada. Sam's gone out to the handoff point to meet him. They're in an old farm outside of town, and we need to get the shipment to the city. I'm sending 2 trucks out. Paulie's going with one of them. I want you to go with them and keep an eye over everything, just to make sure it all goes smoothly. Get a car from Ralphie and join up with Paulie over at our warehouse. Paulie will give you some weapons when you get there.
Okay, Frank. So what have you got for me today, Ralphie?
Hey, Tom, I have here a new machine for you. It has 65 horsepower, and if you put your foot down, it'll go over 75 miles per hour. They put a new lock on it, but it ain't no problem. Here, watch. See? It's real easy. You can take this car or something older. Whatever you want.
Thanks, Ralphie.
Hey, Tommy. We're going to a farm outside of town to pick up a couple of truckloads of good booze. Wanted you with us in case of any trouble, but it should be real easy. We don't really have to do nothing. Just be there. The boys will load up the trucks and we'll come back. Sam's already there waiting for us, so probably be drinking most of it before we even get there. I'll do the driving. Cops have been paid off. so there's nothing to worry about.
Looks like I could have just stayed home and slept.
Hey, if I gotta be up, you gotta be up. Let's go. Police, countryside, stress. You know, we ought to do this more often.
Better in the daytime.
I think you'd rather be with Luigi's little girl. Sarah, right? That's your night shift.
Lay off. What do you know about it?
Same way as everybody else knows. Heck, even Luigi knows you're chasing her. I figure you ain't too bothered. Saved the virginity after all. But I bet you stole her right back, huh?
Shut up, Paulie. I didn't know you were there.
Nah, come on, Tom. I'm kidding. She's a good girl. You're good for each other.
I ain't so sure. Somehow I can't imagine coming home and saying, "Guess what, Sarah? Had a hell of a day at work today. I had to kill 10 people."
You can't talk about stuff like that at home. If you don't act like the way they describe you in the papers and you're good to her, just ignore all that crap. Hey, she's loaded.
So it seems normal to you to hide who you really are from your own wife your whole life.
Don't worry so much. Damn it!
What's going on?
Sam should be waiting here, but he isn't.
Smells fishy.
Look, we'll wait here with the trucks. You go quietly, check out what's going on.
Thanks for the confidence.
Here's some toys to take with you.
Jesus!
Hey, your friend, he's fallen sick.
Who are you? Are you from the police?
Yeah, Mr. Morello and the sheriff would like to send their regards and inform you that from this point on, they'll be taking over your duties here.
They're all dead!
What?
The truck crew, out there in the back, they wasted them.
What? What about Sam? Did you see him?
No, I didn't see him, but the barn was locked. He might be in there.
We ain't leaving without him. We have to go back and get him.
Okay, we'll go back, but we gotta find a crowbar or something so we can break open that barn door.
Okay, let's go. You boys stay here for now and watch the trucks. Wish anyone would get to within 100 yards. Besides us, of course.
Then we'll run in. We gotta keep each other covered. Okay? Let's go.
Jesus, what have they done to you? Still in one piece?
Oh. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time again.
Yes. Can you walk?
Probably not too good.
Okay, hang on. I'll get the truck. We'll get you to the doctor. You'll make it. Sam! Tom waiting with him. I'll be back in a second.
It'll be okay, Sam. We've gotten through worse.
Sure. We have.
That was a massacre. This is one hell of a night.
It looks like they want to get us completely out of the picture.
Yeah? Well, that ain't gonna be so easy. Is Sam okay upstairs?
Yeah, he's okay. At least he isn't any worse.
Okay, I'll get him. You keep watch here. Sam, it's me, Paulie. Come on, we're going home.
Oh. We're going to the doctor. I'm feeling so good. Must be coming down with something.
I guess so. Your nose is running a little. Sam, I'll put you in the back. Tom will be with you, just in case.
Okay.
Tom, go with him. Keep an eye out. Here's a Thompson if you need it.
Got it. Paulie, it looks like we got more company.
There's a Thompson and some ammo back there. Get behind those crates and watch out. Fire as soon as they get behind us. Make sure they don't get past us. We're here. Tom, get Sam ready. I'll go wake the doc up.
Sam, we're at the doctor.
God, is that you, Paulie? What are you doing there so late?
Good evening, Doc. I'm sorry, but we had an accident, and we need your help.
Okay, where is he? Bring him inside.
Okay. That was our doctor. Doesn't ask questions. But Sam's in good company.
Are you sure that he isn't just an untrained butcher?
Definitely not. He's the best. The best paid doctor in the city. If you get hurt, he'll be thankful that we have him.
Okay. I hope he'll do his best for Sam.
At least that's all over. We could have all ended up a lot worse off than Sam did. When I catch that bastard who double-crossed us, I'll tear his head off.
It looks like someone has had enough of us.
It sure does. I don't know about you, but I'm going to get a shot of something. When the Don finds out what happened, there'll be hell to pay. This means a real war, and it ain't good.
It certainly ain't.
All right. So good night, Tom.
Have a good night. Or at least try to have one.